whispering me away from you. Don't wake at night to watch you sleep. You know that you will always lose. This trembling adore, doubts will burn my girl. But every night I burn, every night I call your name. Every night I burn, every night I fall again. Don't talk below the shadows burn, murmuring me away from you. Don't talk of words that never were. The end is all that's ever true. There's nothing you could ever say, nothing you could never do. Still every night I burn, every night I scream your name. Every night I burn, every night the dream's the same. Every night I burn, waiting for my only friend. Every night I burn, waiting for the world to end. Just paint your face with shadows, smile, slipping me away from you. It doesn't matter how you hide, we'll find you if we're wanting to. So slide back down, close your eyes, sleep a while, you must be tired. But every night I burn, every night I call your name. Every night I burn, every night I fall again. Every night I burn, scream the animals scream.
Alright, it is time. Get the nonsense started for tonight. And,
Oh my god!
yeah, that's a pretty accurate summary of where I am right now.
No!
So I am going to...
Nice, very nice!
I am going to warn y'all that I have been coughing like shit. I don't know what that means. I've been coughing a lot. So I'm going to keep my mute button handy. I'm gonna try and mute those coughing fits. I don't promise everything's gonna get muted, but I'll try. Anyway, let's load into this. And fucked up a holy state. Hopefully, maybe.
Deep in the Grand Nozellian mines lay a most unexpected discovery.
For everyone except me.
Of pure salt.
A most unexpected discovery indeed. Also, that was really well timed, teammate. Holy shit.
Now in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzellia, the members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Don't be like the zombie in Lament of Innocence. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid that.
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzellia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold them.
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Esfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours, or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
What say you, Your Majesty?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzellia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me, whatever it may be?
I was named Lord of House Wolford long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven. And I've been your friend even longer still.
Say no more. Take the others to Castle Wolford and await my word. Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzant.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
I kind of want to replay Curse of Darkness.
Thank you for joining me in my training, Sir Flanagan. I've learned much from you. In truth, I'm grateful for any training at all. There are few of us Hawk Riders in Glenbrook.
Then let me thank you in turn for a chance to shake the rust from my bones. Seems my mount was keen to face such a worthy opponent as well.
Twould seem they are hawks of a feather. Speaking of which, Sir Flanagan, I understand your regiment of riders was the Duchy's finest. Yet you chose to leave your homeland behind. Why?
I grew to see how powerless I was. I once believed the freedom Gustadolf espoused would bring prosperity to Esfrost.
Oh yeah, the OST in Curse of Darkness is so good.
So I fought, and fought, and fought for the cause until my shield was stained blood red.
Hence your title, yes. To think how many lives you must have saved.
Do not mock me. I saved no one. Pride swelled my breast with every mention of that cursed title. But in a year's time, what did I return home to find? My poor wife, wasting away in solitude in the throes of an accursed plague.
Your wife? Had word not reached you?
She mentioned in letters that she felt unwell, but never did I expect it to be so grave. In a matter of days, she was gone. Every moment I spent protecting the people, she drew one step closer to death. And I left her to die. Her blood, too, stains my shield.
Sir Flanagan,
You see now, my title is a curse.
It is a tragedy, yes. But I cannot bring myself to believe you cursed. And you mustn't believe so either.
Okay. Oh boy. Milo is reporting in, apparent, it looks like. Oh boy.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Rosalian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Impossible!
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
How can you be so calm? The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
Camsel, you disappoint me.
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Rosalian mines in Hyzant's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor-bound to heed the Hierophant's word.
Oh, fuck that noise.
But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Or were just declared indeed.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twins Gate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Orzellian mines. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the Saintly Seven of Hyzant. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Hyzant will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position. But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good.
We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Hyzant. The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzant reduced to rubble along with her. Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost! For Esfrost!
Oh yes. The death snare will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
I really hope we can put Svarog on the throne at Esfrost. Because I want to ally with Esfrost, but I do not want to ally with Gustadolf.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
Oh, right. That nerd.
So it's reached the consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzant's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable, but the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the Consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the Consortium's decision.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
Hyzant has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines. Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twinsgate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolffort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
Oh boy. Something tells me we're gonna be actually toppling a nation or two fairly soon.
Coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most. I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to their loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
And how do you propose we achieve? No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings.
Roland, no. No, I am putting my foot down here, Roland. No.
All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king.
No. No.
The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant.
No.
I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzant.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Roland, I thought you were smarter than this.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many. Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown, my pride. They're but small prices to pay for peace.
You are truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the Holy State.
Don't you fucking dare, Serenoa.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need. I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan, seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you. But I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
Across his face. It pains me to see him so tortured.
I'm not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Yeah. The Ono was very appropriate. Very.
Tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people, which is...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so, we are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost, countless lives given to Hyzant's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzant's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
One revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But you make it sound so...
Simple. Yes, I know. But the suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzant will not let us go quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind. Beyond the Great Falls and the Falk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River. The ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps this one is as well. And if not, at least you'll be safe from harm.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with danger in search of a legend. Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
I trust you understand what a monumental effect the discovery of these salt crystals will have on Norzelia's history. Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolfort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzant's hands.
Okay, I'm with Benedict on this one at least.
They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven.
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess, or should I say, the Hierophant. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal. Hyzant will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
But they stand little chance against us if we ally with Esfrost.
Ally with Esfrost? Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzant's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzant's capital ripe for the taking. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to join our side.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict, and I do not doubt you could secure Esfrost's cooperation. But I fear the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will not be easily won.
I bid you listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
Benedict's going to suggest we kill Roland, isn't he? Especially since, or either that or reveal Serenoa's parentage and start a civil war for the crown.
From whence this somber tone?
Do you believe King Roland is fit to rule?
What are you implying?
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict. Roland is more than my king. He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzant. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Not gonna lie, this sounds kind of tempting. Roland has gone off the deep end. Gustadolf is a madman. Hyzant, just fuck Hyzant. Just getting rid of all three nations and starting over sounds really good right about now, to be perfectly honest.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near. You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Edelgard has no chill, and Edelgard is also right. So, you know... I'm just saying.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice, not only for House Wolfort, but for yourself.
I mean... considering the options, it is the least bad one. Like, we've got a theocratic fascist state on one side, complete with religious slaves. Roland wants to hand everything over to the theocratic fascists. And then we've got fucking Gustadolf up here, who just has a bloodlust. I don't... Like, let me be clear. I'm not saying we should just conquer everything. I'm saying Roland is unfit to rule, Gustadolf is unfit to rule, and fuck Hyzant. It sure is in the shape of a heart. Considering Hyzant claims it is the beating heart of all Norzelia. You know, like, there is no good option here. There is just least bad. And Serenoa taking over everything is probably least bad. The story is approaching a turning point. It is recommended that you save your current progress. Oh no. Oh no, I don't think they actually, like, state that in so many words, but, like, just considering how... Yeah, but, like, just considering how salt, or how important salt is to all this, yeah.
You are certain Hyzant's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Esfrost's army gathers at Twinsgate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals. Which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
And this is why we're not siding with Roland, because he's gone off the deep end.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already?
Yep.
Is the suffering of the Rizal not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia. Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes, in exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
The entire theme of the stream so far, yeah, pretty much.
It is.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at Hyzant. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears. I will not have you lecture me on feelings when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due time.
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzant seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk. Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
There is another way.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolfort domain.
Silence! I have heard enough to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well. But know that a choice must be made. There can only be one way forward. Face the scales of conviction and prepare to make peace with the outcome.
Well then. I like how everybody except Frederica, Roland, and Benedict are undecided. Okay. King Roland, Lady Frederica, and Sir Benedict's convictions would diverge so greatly after all this time. Between you and me, Lord Cerno, what do you make of their plans? Believe the Benedict plans to use Asfrost's ideals of freedom to ascend to the top of all of Norzelia, think Roland intends to put his personal feelings aside, bring peace and equality to everyone. Frederica's wish is a human one. She desires to liberate those who have been cruelly oppressed. Aye, but in reality, humans usually only act in their own interest, or own best interest, even if it means turning a blind eye to the suffering of others. Frederica is a strong woman who to stand up for what is right. Couldn't agree more. Ignoring their plight now would be shameful, especially knowing what we do of their innocence. Everyone's choices are deeply rooted in their convictions. We wonder if they'll be able to abide by the Skill's decision. Terranoa, it will fall upon you to lead everyone down the right path. Of course, for all of us to walk astride the same path as we always have. Oh boy. Huh. This is weirdly zoomed out, and I can't zoom in any further. Terranoa, I cannot help but feel that our greatest battle lies ahead, regardless of which path you choose. I know that this may not be the best time to say so, but wife gave birth to our first child not a few days ago. Okay. You're a father before a soldier. Your duty to protect your own house before that of Wolfort. I will not force you to march with us. I only ask that you act according to your own convictions. We must pull together if we are to emerge victorious. I ask that you see us through this final battle. You are a father first. Lord Terranoa, allow me to leave House Wolford at a time like this. Of course. Before you do, though, allow me to thank you for all you have done for our house. I wish you and your family every happiness. Thank you, Lord Terranoa. It is an honor to call you my lord. Alright, Roland. I'm about to punch you in the face.
Terranoa.
Give Hyzanth the salt crystals, cow Asfrost, and unite all Norzelia in the name of the goddess. Else we will never know peace. Zell will continue to suffer, 'tis true, but this will end war as we know it. And countless more will live on, or will live in peace as equals.
I have made my decision.
I will see this done, not just for the people of Glenbrook, but for all Norzelia. Roland, you are the king. Surely cooperation with Hyzanth need not mean the forfeit of the kingdom.
I think not.
Where you are wrong, my friend. My time on the throne has shown me that the people need a force more powerful than any king to show them the way. You have been on the throne for a week. A week. Cordelia has been on the throne for longer. Jesus fuck, Roland. There are many paths that lead us out of war, Roland. Cooperating with Asfrost, for instance. End the war by allying with the very Archduke who set this in motion. Cooperating with that tyrant ends nothing. Avarice has brought only pain and suffering to this land.
Moreover,
if anyone understood the torturous path I've taken to arrive at this decision, I thought it would be you, Terranoa. Your words have no power here. Amazing.
My lord.
We share a common goal with Asfrost at the moment. It is incumbent upon us to seize that opportunity and rid Norzelia of Hyzanth for good. Indeed, the Salt Crystals make an alliance with Asfrost possible, but Roland would never assent to it. He feels the weight of the crown, underestimating his own abilities, and has allowed his hatred for Gustadolf to cloud his judgment. I sympathize, but those matters should have no bearing on the welfare of our own house. Perhaps you are right, but then what of Frederica's vision? Concede that her plan concerns our house?
Quite impossible.
I concede nothing, for her strategy is out of the question. She asks us to forfeit all we have fought to build in this domain. How can I reasonably entertain such a proposition? Brook no argument otherwise. None.
We must decide.
May I remind you that you are Lord of House Wolfort. Your duty is to your people above all else.
I believe I've reached a decision.
Moment requires a dispassionate mind. I pray you have one. Alright, Frederica. This one's gonna hurt, I have a feeling.
Serenoa.
Only we can free the Roselle and expose the lie that has kept them in bondage these many years. However, we must move quickly while their gaze is fixed upon the salt crystals. I believe we can succeed. Hear your plea, yet I cannot help but wonder if you wish to act with too much haste.
But...
No, not what I can do to prove to you that I have thought this through. I swear to you, this is no fit of pique. Benedict's stratagem may also provide the chance to strike at Hyzant. Would that not be enough? It also prolongs this war and thus the immense suffering of my people. Even if we do prevail, you know as well as I do that my brother is not a merciful man. He'll not spare so much as a thought for the weak. That is true. Roselle's plight would then be buried once more amid negotiations between the nations. You see, the time is now, and only we have the power to save them. Power we forfeit if we assent to Roland's plan.
I have decided.
His is the one vision for our future I cannot abide. Perhaps my concerns seem narrow when all Norzelia is at stake. No, you can save my brothers and sisters. I beg you consider it. Okay. Ewa. Each path before us demands great sacrifice in exchange for a great reward. I'm sure King Roland, Benedict, and Frederica have agonized over their proposals.
Well...
So now we must agonize over our own decisions. I must say I'm surprised by your support for Frederica's vision. I've been by your side for years, but even I must admit it is rather hopeful, if I'm being charitable. Perhaps you see something I do not. Norzelia will be forever plagued by war. I wish to leave this place and create a new nation that knows only peace. My father has defended the Roselle all these years, and I intend to carry on his legacy. Truth, I agree with you. Her plan is imprudent and ill-advised. I'm going with this one.
I don't think so.
Very noble sentiment, my lord. Albeit one that would be better served by protecting your own domain first and foremost. How would he feel if you saved the Roselle at the expense of the house? Have not to say in that response. Perhaps I cannot match what father accomplished.
What do you need?
Nothing to do with you and everything to do with the circumstances in which you find yourself. To see the world as it is, not as it once was. This is why I saved.
What do you need? Well...
Okay, let's try this one then. Whatever we do, this is not the answer. And to forsake not only your domain, but all Norzelia.
I don't know.
I can see that Hyzant will not admit defeat should we manage to free the Roselle. You truly believe that searching for Centralia and starting anew will prove any easier? I do. Though I acknowledge that it is far easier said than done.
Uh-huh.
Say so. Like a daydream, if I may speak so plainly.
I don't know.
Yet the world is vast and full of wonders. I cannot in good faith argue that Centralia does not exist. Perhaps forging ahead is the only answer. May it lead us to the future you dream of. If this is what you desire. If nothing else, as Frederica's attendant, I must say it warms my heart to see you support her so diligently. You must truly love her. Also why I have a backup save back here. Alright, he what?
However,
here we stand after a bitter fight to reclaim the crown city, only for the king to speak of forsaking it. As his subject, it is my duty to follow his decree, and yet... My lord, the choice before us feels immense. I am utterly adrift. Right, tell me, how do you see the proposals from King Roland and the others? I need your guidance. I'm going with Frederica in all this. Taking Frederica's side in all this. Fascination do the Roselle hold for you, my lord? Frederica has shown me a future in which no one is beholden to Salt or indeed any nation. There's no better time to free the Roselle than now, while Esfrost and Hyzant squabble over the salt crystals.
I wonder about that.
Would that you answer the question I asked, my lord. I say again, what fascination do the Roselle hold for you? And what makes it worth the lives of your people and the sanctity of your domain? We know that the Roselle are but exploited innocents. I cannot turn a blind eye to their suffering. They deserve justice, Hewitt.
But...
Yes, Hyzant sits suspended atop of a web of lies, but setting them right will ruin the people of Wolfort, of the Wolfort domain. The true Lord does not forsake his people. Okay. Didn't like that one.
However,
So if the choice is to ally with the Duchy, who prize might over all else, or submit to the Holy State, who prey upon the weak,
But...
mean to suggest we simply do neither. Precisely. He has shown me that the Rosellan legends are true. That means there is hope for all of us, a hope I would bet my life upon. So long as we sit between two nations who have no compassion for the weak, I fear we will never know peace.
Furthermore...
I take your point. War will spread and perhaps only end when the Death Knell and Elfric are unleashed upon the continent. So you see why I would choose to flee with the weak, rather than be party to the atrocities of the powerful. It will be a flight amid a hail of arrows and steel. So righteous and noble that I would be proud to give my life for it. Stated your case well, my lord. Alright, Eredor. Our sweat and bloods fed this land, built it into a proper domain. I see no reason why we should surrender it all to Hyzant. Lady Frederica, while I sympathize, asks that we risk everything for the sake of the Roselle.
Here's what I think.
Benedict's got the right of it, I reckon, but even that doesn't quite quiet the nagging feeling I get every time I think about our options. How could you possibly support Lady Frederica's vision? Have you gone mad? The war will never end so long as we hold the Salt Crystal. We must relinquish them and break the cycle of violence. I wish to carry on, pass Father's legacy of protecting the Roselle. I need you with me, Eredor. War will never end so long as we hold the Salt Crystals. Salt is the source of a lot of trouble, yes, but there's precious little we can do about it.
Consider this.
Anyone in Norzelia would tell you the same. I'm well aware of our situation, Eredor, but I tire of fighting. Cannot go on like this. Join me in finding another way forward.
And further,
Precious little idea how much I sympathize, and I want to help you. Lady Frederica's vision is fantasy, my lord. A foolhardy one at that. Beg till you're blue in the face, but I doubt you'll win much support. Man, it's a good thing I save between each of these conversations.
aye, lad. Here's what I think.
Outdo your own father. Meaning what exactly? Do more for the Roselle than he did. I know things aren't what they were during the Saltire War. It is not House Wolford, or is it not House Wolford's duty to come to the aid of those in need? Are we not to fight injustice and tyranny wheresoever it may be? Dare invoke Lord Simon's own words. I cannot do this alone, Eredor. Risk is too great. Only if all of House Wolford unites as one will we have a chance to succeed. I hear you, lad.
And so...
Just give me a moment to sit with what you've said. Wait. I'm just realizing I forgot to set difficulty back to normal. Burp. What I get for grinding off stream and doing it the fast way.
Lord Serenoa.
Benedict and King Roland would march us to war. Frederica would see Hyzant hunt us for all eternity. Perhaps her vision not so different. Not so different. So it's come to this. Ally with a one-time opponent, or flee with the Roselle.
However...
Bold proposals all. Our tactics must be flawless. The assent to Frederica's vision for the future. War is coming. A war for all Norzelia. You would forfeit your role in it. There's no better time to free the Roselle than now, while Esfrost and Hyzant squabble. How we end the war. Hyzant will crumble once we free the Roselle. Deathsnell and Elfric are unleashed on the... If the Deathsnell and Elfric are unleashed on the battlefield, the casualties will eclipse any war that's come before.
Perhaps.
Deathsnell and Elfric, the casualties would be immense. I had not considered that they might be unleashed simultaneously. Stakes warrant it, whether they are complete or not. We have already shown them the way by using Elfric in battle. Precisely. They will undoubtedly both be employed.
Then?
Precedented destruction is all that awaits us here. A war whose victor will rule over a pile of ash. I will not be party to such devastation. I can think of far more productive uses of for such power. I see your reasoning. I confess I thought only in terms of battles past. So much so I forgot avoiding battle was ever an option. Okay. It's time. Something tells me I'm going to lose access to Roland and Benedict doing this, but...
It is time to cast our votes. The opinions before us are many. Roland's, Frederica's, Benedict's. Which to choose? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
I agree wholeheartedly. You have my vote.
I have faith in you.
I'm with you.
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Roland, at the very least, is going to be unavailable. Whether or not Benedict comes with us is up in the air, but I'm losing Roland here, I'm betting.
The way forward is decided. Frederica's dream is worth realizing. We will free the Roselle from the source.
A tumultuous meeting exposes a yawning chasm between Roland, Frederica, and Benedict's visions for the future. Yet only one will emerge victorious, for such is the custom of House Wolford. As ever, the scales of conviction have the final word. The time has come for judgments to be rendered, and leaders to steel themselves for the outcome.
We've chosen our path. We are to free the Roselle being held in Hyzant's source.
You have chosen the one path I cannot take.
I understand your disappointment, Benedict, but the scales have spoken. And so I ask for your wisdom. Help us find a way to free the Roselle.
Hyzant will destroy everything you hold dear if you attempt to free them. That way lies ruin. Your choice is to turn your back on this house, to cast aside your land and the people who have built their lives upon it. I will not, I cannot endorse such betrayal.
I agree that we will be ill-prepared to defend the domain this way. Should that come to pass, I am prepared to flee with the Roselle and search for Centralia. They say it is home to a boundless salted sea. Surely a land where none need fight for salt is a land worth seeking. This is an opportunity, Benedict. We could find a new home instead of fighting the wars of old yet again.
Why not channel that resolve to lead the people of Norzelia as their king? You hold the power and the might. You lack only the will. With the salt crystals in hand, you shall ascend the throne. I shall see to it that you are coronated. Then we can liberate the Roselle, or whatever else your heart desires.
Liberate the Roselle, or whatever else. I never dreamed I would hear such callous words fall from your lips.
I stand by them. I care only that you and the legacy of House Wolford are safe and secure. I shall offer my counsel by force, if needed.
You don't mean to fight them.
Things have taken a turn.
Stand down, Benedict.
No, Anna. This is a challenge that I must accept.
I beg you to reconsider. If you mean to proceed with this folly, then you will do so over my dead body. You can do so much more, Lord Serenoa. The salt crystals give you the upper hand. Esfrost and Hyzant would bend the knee to you. You could unite all Norzelia under your rule.
You were right about me, Benedict. I lack the will. I have no desire to rule Norzelia. I wish to see an oppressed people set free and nothing more.
At what cost? Would you see your loyal subjects conquered by another nation?
I would forfeit my lordship. The people of Wolfort will endure without me. The Roselle have no such champion for their cause. We are the only ones who can set them free.
Give me the order, and I shall reduce Hyzant to rubble. Then they shall be free.
The ensuing battle will only breed further resentment, or worse, displace others who will be treated like the Roselle. War cannot solve every problem, and our liberation of the Roselle shall prove as much.
So, you now take blind counsel from your betrothed. To think that an arranged marriage will lead to this folly.
Enough! I came to this conclusion of my own free will. I have seen the challenges that face Norzelia, and this is how I choose to respond.
You are every inch Lady Destra's child. Your compassion steers you headlong into every conflict. Alas, compassion is easily trampled. It can only exist so long as it has an army at its back. My patience grows thin, Lord Serenoa. The salt crystals give you the power to bring peace to Norzelia.
You're wrong. It is little more than the catalyst for another protracted war.
A war we can win. Let me lead you to victory.
There is always a war to be won. Do you not see the cycle at work? I will break that cycle and use my power to liberate the oppressed.
You talk of fleeing from your duty, of pure fantasy.
We need you, Benedict. Why can you not put our differences aside?
This is absurd. You race toward your own destruction, and I will not be party to it. Lord Simon entrusted me with the future of this house. And I swore an oath to Lady Destra that I would protect you no matter what the cost.
You are shackled to the past, Benedict.
I would call it loyalty.
And it has come to this. For the sake of our future, I must strike you down.
Prepare yourself. You came, you missed.
Here!
You came, you missed.
Well, this sure took a turn. Feist.
I yield. Grant me the mercy of a swift death.
No.
I'm not sure Roland is okay with this. I feel like Roland is just kind of waiting for his turn and starting to second guess trying to step to Serenoa.
Neither father nor mother would stand for the killing of a loyal retainer. The rest of us shall make our way to Hyzant in secret. You will remain here. Lead the people out of the Wolffort domain before the Hyzantian army assaults this castle, and keep them safe.
These are your orders, in exchange for sparing my life?
These are not orders, and there is no exchange to be made. This is the last thing I will ever ask of you as my steward and loyal friend of House Wolffort.
And so, you follow in the footsteps of Lord Simone and Lady Destra. Leaving me behind with the most arduous tasks. I shall rise to the occasion, my lord. I shall do whatever is required to see that the Wolffort name and its people survive. Should House Wolffort lose its lord, I shall lead the house forward in your stead.
I have no doubt you will.
Now for Roland's turn.
Benedict.
Mule-headed fool.
We've each made our choices. Now we must walk the path we believe is right.
Yes.
King Roland, this decision means casting Glenbrook aside. I know I cannot ask you to come with me, but will you agree to see to the salt crystals?
No. I am sorry, my friend. But I am not worthy to oversee such an important task.
Of course you are. You have always striven to be fair and just.
You hold me much too high in regard. Our conversation earlier made me realize the truth. My faith was misguided, as were my actions. I believed exacting vengeance upon Esfrost would be proof enough I was Glenbrook's rightful king. But I gave no thought to the bloody cost of revenge. This kingdom and its subjects should not have to suffer such a selfish fool upon the throne.
Then, you will come with me?
I shall. Not as your king, but as your friend. If I can help those in need, that is enough.
Okay, I'm legitimately surprised that Roland isn't leaving the party.
Glenbrook has the geographical advantage, and the salt crystals. And there are a small handful of trustworthy nobles remaining. I'm certain they will ensure the people thrive, even without a king. Glenbrook is in too powerful a position for foreign powers to interfere.
Roland.
You know you aren't leaving me behind. I've come this far by your side. I'm not abandoning you now.
You have my thanks, Huette.
Frederica, don't you think you ought to make your convictions clear to your companions?
Well, it's common knowledge by now that I'm an Esfrosti of Rosellan descent. I was a lonely child who hated that her hair was a different color from everyone else. But then I joined House Wolford. I met Jerome and witnessed the cruelty that my fellow Roselle suffered at the source. And I learned how brave my mother was, how long and hard she fought for her people's freedom. Compared to the horrors they went through, I have lived a life of privilege and comfort. I am proud to be a Rosellan, and proud to be a Wolford. I wish to be strong, strong like my lady mother before me. And I wish to see her dream of freeing our people fulfilled. I understand the difficulties that lie ahead, but hope that I might have you all with me.
We will always be there beside you, Frederica.
My lord, Hyzant's army has sent a message ahead of their forces. It says, the Grand Norzalian mines must be conferred to the goddess as a divine offering.
An offering? Sounds more like an ultimatum.
Precisely. If we refuse to relinquish the mines, they'll put the Wolford domain to the sword.
Then we've no time to waste. We must make ready to leave at once.
Benedict,
I leave the rest in your hands, Anna.
all these years I have watched you. I may not be able to replace you, but I will do my best.
Loath as I am to burden you with such responsibility, that is heartening.
This ain't the Benedict I know. Come on, where's your usual glower?
You never change.
Huh, I should hope not. Defending House Wolford calls for consistency. And defend Wolford I shall, even in your absence.
I shall hold you to it, both of you.
I'm telling you, we've got it under control.
Your voice hasn't gotten any quieter.
Sorry. Parting ways with a friend always gets me worked up.
Thank you for seeing me off, you two. Farewell.
What of the Hyzantian forces?
They haven't entered the domain yet. If we act now, we could sneak around them and reach the capital.
Focused as they are on seizing the salt crystal deposits, I'd wager their domestic defenses are at a minimum.
If we can get into the capital and have the Roselle and the Source take up arms, we should stand a fair chance of helping them escape.
But Hyzant is wary of Sereno for keeping the salt crystals from them, despite his position as one of the Saintly Seven. They may be short-handed, but if they spot him, we'll never make it inside.
We can use the Consortium cart to slip unnoticed into the capital.
The wagon from Claris? You sure we can trust the Consortium?
Yes. If only because this benefits both us and him. In exchange, I told him what secrets we learned of Esfrost and Hyzant.
You mean you told him of Dragan's murder and the illicit salt trade? I hope he understands those secrets must never leave his lips.
He understands. Once people learn of the salt crystals, Norzelia will change. And the Consortium will have a new role to serve. Now that they know, they will be better prepared to negotiate their position. They agreed to help us as a show of gratitude.
You've thought this through. Well done, Anna.
What of our things, Gila?
Stored safely within the cart, of course.
Things? What things?
The explosives we found in the tunnel.
Oh, You know, those things. Fine, it's just bombs. Bombs.
After we've gotten the Roselle to rise up, we'll set sail from the harbor and make for the Folk's Domain, to the Great Falls. To make sure no one follows us, we'll blow up all the other ships in the harbor as we leave.
Okay, then.
Frederica and I devised the plan ourselves.
A perfect way to make an escape with so many people.
Yeah.
Wise of you to make for the Folk's Domain. It's distant enough. You'll have plenty of time to hide.
Aye, about as far south as you can get. No better place, if your end goal is Centralia, too.
It's a good plan. We shall do what we can to make sure it succeeds.
Crafty as ever, you Wolforts. I am glad to be on your side.
But one problem remains. How do we get the Roselle and the Source to turn against their captors? If we can't win their trust, all this is for naught.
We need some way of persuading them. And quickly, too.
Let me worry about that. I can find the words to convince them. I am my mother's daughter, after all.
All right. I know you'll figure something out, Frederica.
There is one more thing. Huette, I'll need to send a bird.
Of course, my lady. Where to?
The Rosellan village. I'd like to tell Jerome and the others of our plan. I would have them meet us at the Great Falls.
Agreeing to such a thing means they will have to give up the lives they enjoy now. Do you think they will come?
I cannot say. Regardless, I owe it to them to let them know Hyzant is invading.
Indeed. Let us send word and see what they have to say.
Upon learning of the salt crystal deposits, Hyzant quickly musters her forces. They march upon the Wolfort domain, intent on seizing control of the mine. Serenoa decides to take this as an opportunity to free the Roselle enslaved at the source. But that decision leads to Benedict's departure from House Wolfort. Still grappling with grief over parting ways with their friend, Serenoa and the others make for the Hyzantian capital. There, amidst a land in turmoil, they hope to help the Roselle rise up against their oppressors.
Archduke Gustadolf, we received word from Wolfort. XM's forces have crossed into their domain.
So they know of the salt crystals. Then battle is inevitable. But how will House Wolfort respond?
I should think it obvious they will attack us. Their lord is one of the Saintly Seven, after all.
I am unconvinced of that. Perhaps they will offer us salt crystals to secure our alliance.
To what end?
History is changing around us as we speak. If Wolfort wishes to guide the shape our future takes, he will need all the help he can get. He can choose to submit to Hyzant's tyranny, or work with us to bring freedom to our land. Or he might choose to take advantage of the chaos. Will you follow in Lady Orlea's footsteps, Frederica? Somehow I doubt it.
Wow. Gustadolf remains undefeated in choosing the absolute wrong answers every time. Jesus.
Your pardon, Archduke.
It's nothing. I let my thoughts wander too far. Whatever path Wolfort chooses, they all lead to war. Ready our forces.
Gustadolf does not know his sister very well. Christ.
What? You want us to leave the city?
You couldn't have told us this sooner? I've got a family to worry about.
I understand I ask much of you, but a bloody battle is nigh. You must be ready to evacuate if it comes to it.
But where's our lord? Won't he protect us?
Lord Serenoa marches toward an even fiercer conflict than what we face here. He left me to protect the people of Wolford in his stead. I ask that you trust in our house and do as I bid.
All right then. I suppose we'll start packing.
Your mastery at matters of war has kept us safe this long. If you say we need to leave, that's what we'll do.
You have my thanks. I've one more thing to ask of you. Something I'd like each of you to make.
Benedict, what are you planning?
Minister Exham's forces ought to be crossing into Wolfort's domain any moment now.
Will it be war, or will they relinquish the salt crystal deposits without resistance?
I think we have no cause for worry. Minister Serenoa is one of our saintly seven, after all.
Oh, this is why you look like an NPC, Tenebris. Because you're stupid.
Nevertheless, we cannot be certain what he will choose. Whoever controls those salt crystals controls the future of all Norzelia. Knowing that, you truly think he would give them up without a fight?
Minister Lila is right. He may very well decide to ally with Asfrost and rise up against us. I made sure Minister Exham understood he may very well be marching to war.
Wolfort is a prideful house. If we apply too much pressure on them, they may hold out simply out of principle.
Honestly, they are more trouble than they are worth. It almost makes me wish we could turn them and Esfrost against each other.
That is something else to consider. We could even promise them the Roselle's freedom, should they triumph over the duchy.
A fine proposition. The best outcome would be to have them destroy Esfrost for good.
And in doing so, they'd be destroyed themselves. Surely you would not wish for such slaughter.
Soft hearts have no place here, Minister Camsell. We fight for control of all Norzelia.
And we must fight to win. Our troops will need Elfric, Minister Lila. See that they have it.
Of course. I'll see to any final adjustments at the Ministry of Medicine.
And Hyzant has no fucking idea what we're planning. Because they, as well, can't see past the end of their own noses.
Concealed aboard Claris's consortium cart, Serenoa and his retinue slip out of the Wolfort domain past Exham's forces and make for the Hyzantian capital. As soon as they arrive, they review the particulars of their plan to lead the Roselle in revolt.
Scouts are reporting the Hyzantian army has crossed into the Wolfort domain. The force is commanded by Minister Exham, and is many times larger than what they used when we marched on the Crown City.
Enough to destroy Castle Wolfort, and then some. They ain't aiming just to scare us.
A foe even Benedict would be hard-pressed to prevail against.
Have faith, Anna. Benedict will protect our people as he always has.
I know.
That said, we cannot defend the domain itself. Our land and our castle will doubtless fall to Exham's forces.
Then we must act as if we have no home to return to.
We cannot waver in our resolve.
No, the time for doubts is long past. Listen well. After we have freed the Roselle from the source, we will set our sights on their homeland in the south, on Centralia.
Also, Virus, why are you here? I get you supplied the wagon and everything, but why are you here?
We will find the Endless Sea and create a land free of suffering. A far-fetched dream if ever there was one, I know. I will not blame any of you if you do not wish to come.
A bit late for second thoughts now.
Aye, we're with you, my lord. Wherever you will lead us.
Then it's decided. We have much to discuss about our rescue plan. Claris, if you would.
The wagon will have to pass through an inspection at the goddess's shield before entering the city. I can throw my consortium weight around to see you safely through the inspection. But that's about all I'm good for.
That's more than enough. Thank you.
Then let's muscle our way into the source. The guards won't expect an attack from the outside.
Getting in is not what worries me.
Indeed. The biggest obstacle we face is getting the Roselle to follow us out. They've been treated as criminals under the teachings for so long, they've come to believe they are guilty. They might be too terrified of disobeying the goddess to even agree to rise up.
My mother led them in revolt 30 years ago.
True, but only a small handful of people escaped.
I know. Freeing all of them means we must be even bolder than my mother.
Have you thought of how you'll convince them?
Are we going to blow up the statue of the goddess? Please tell me we're going to blow up the goddess statue, please.
I have. I will smash the statue of the goddess to pieces.
Hell yeah!
If they see her idol destroyed, the fear shackled about their hearts will break. Without terror to hold them back, the uprising of 30 years ago will look tiny in comparison.
But that statue is massive. How are you gonna reduce it to rubble?
I'm going to blow it up.
Oh, I'm liking this plan.
Ah, yes, if we use all the explosives we have, it will come crumbling down. But then we'd have none to destroy the ships that pursue us.
Exactly. That's why I think we ought to use Elfric on the ships instead.
Elfric? It is more powerful than the explosives.
And perfect for blowing up ships.
There must be some stored at the Ministry of Medicine, considering Minister Lila's involvement in its creation. But how will we detonate it without Milo?
Considering all the research they conducted, there must be some sort of documentation on how to use it.
Then what are we waiting for? If Lady Frederica's plan is going to succeed, we better go track some down.
All right, we have our plan.
My friends. Thank you.
I'll handle the guards. Don't move a muscle, any of you. Don't even breathe.
Also, I would like to point out that if we steal the Elfric before it gets deployed in the fight, Aspharost is going to kind of crush Hyzant. And while I'm not a fan of Gustadolf, I'm okay with this. Very well timed, by the way.
I am Claris of the Consortium. I bring goods for trade in the city, if you'll give me leave to pass.
Claris! Consortium's working you hard.
In these dangerous times, 'tis a privilege to be in such good employ. But you're worked even harder than I. Here, a small token of my appreciation.
You always have been a thoughtful man. Go on, then.
Just bribing our way in. Nice.
Wait. We cannot allow unscheduled goods into the city without inspection.
Fine. Guess there's no such thing as being too careful.
You needn't worry. Minister Kamsel of the Saintly Seven sent for these goods himself.
Laris, I appreciate the attempt, but they would have been alerted in that case. You're not helping.
He did?
Oh, yes. Look closely, and you'll see.
I mean...
What have you done? Ah, you snake! I must call for reinforcements.
Well? That went poorly.
Claris, are you all right?
This is why you start from the back and work forward with your sneak attacks.
My apologies. Luckily, mine was the only face they saw. I will draw off the reinforcements while you make for the Ministry of Medicine. Quickly now. And do not forget to retrieve the explosives you buried in my cargo.
I'm sorry we've put you to such trouble. And we'll likely have to blow up Consortium ships on top of everything else.
Cause as much trouble as you wish. I know you'll repay me for it once this is all over.
Hurry. The majority of their forces may be absent, but we're finished if a guard catches sight of us.
To the Ministry of Medicine with us.
Okay. Things are getting heated, to say the least. Also, I did not expect to feel like we were in endgame already.
Unsurprising to find researchers here.
Hyzant still doesn't know we're moving against them. They shouldn't think us suspicious as long as we walk at a calm pace.
We can't go that slowly. Minister Kamsel is in charge of the guards, and he's no pushover. The longer we take, the more we'll lose our freedom of movement.
Claris is clever, but he could still get captured. Then we'd best split up.
Indeed. We must find the Elfric and quickly.
Also, I'm just going to throw this out here, but Frederica, you might want to have a hood or a wig or something. Just saying. Sometime later. I can't find a single blast crystal in here. Okay. Or how the others are faring. Okay. First, monies. Only those who are involved with research subject, or with a research subject, are privy to its details. Something like the Elfric would be more protected than most. They're noisier here than I remember, perhaps because they are preparing for war, or battle. I wonder if Minister Lila is here. We should keep an eye out for her. Locked. Area ahead is off limits. Only those with permission may enter. Big battle is always a boon to our research. There are injured and fallen aplenty. Wow, that's fucked up. We'll further our research on Elfric nicely. Jesus. If this far, thanks to Lord Clarus, let's free the Roselle and help them flee Hyzant. Minister Serenoa, are you here to meet with Minister Lila? Yes, actually, yes. Yes. Seems to be archives on the other side of the door. Perhaps we can find documents about the Alfred. Managed to pick the lock not a moment ago. I will report back later with my findings. I imagine there will be no small amount of injuries from the coming battle. We are currently preparing a system that can handle as many patients as possible. Okay. Also... Aha! Find that Elfric as soon as possible and make for the source. Convince the Roselle that they have committed no crime and free them from that horrific place. Right thing to do, now knowing the truth. Can I go for... I can go to the encampment. I'm going to go to the encampment, buy up all the weapon materials I can, and get as many upgrades as possible for this. Okay, I'm gonna actually start at the bottom and work my way up. All the quality and superiors first. Okay. Jens, time to pimp out some stuff. Right, I need money. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh. How to get everybody equipped. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna sell these. To be perfectly honest. I can't sell those. I mean, that's fine. Okay. First, make sure everyone's got their rank 3s. If I can, anyway. She doesn't even have a rank 2. Huh. Okay. Use all TP to deal fire-type magic damage. Setting the ground ablaze. The more TP consumed, the stronger the attack. Okay. Okay. Asabara, do you have any... Oh, you've got a couple mock battles. Let's do those! Because I need money. Also, wait, I need to spend kudos, I think. Also, promote someone. Bring in your stuff. Magic Blaze. Fight. What does that do? Increases movement by 1 when enemies are nearby. Okay. Damage while taking cover. Deal physical damage to enemies within your weapon's range for... Oh! Is that just like an Overwatch sort of thing? Neat. 50% or below. Nice. Gift all your TP to an ally. Okay. Let's give... Anna a promotion.
I await your orders.
Medal of Valor. Buy the upgrade materials. Okay. Actually, I now have a second Medal of Valor. Vote. Let's promote Huet.
Effort is rewarded.
Okay. Couple mock battles, make sure everyone's got their stuff that they need. Oh, let's see. Be enemy commander, lose all allied forces. Okay. Boomst. That is a hell of a portrait. He honestly looks kind of like Dolph Lundgren. Not gonna lie. If he dies, he dies. Okay. I should probably check mages, see what they know before I deploy Azana. Okay, they know lightning. So I'm going to try and counter with wind. Means Azana, as much as I love you, you're sitting out for this one. Narf will have to do. But to get Narf in... I think I want to worry the most about getting people up to 24. since that seems to be where their final skills are. So, you guys are out. And you're in. Okay. Okay. First, Cordelia, you're over here. Jens, I need you over here as well. Narf, you go there. Flanagan, you're here. Eridor, there. And I want you here. Frederica there. Okay. Think that's good for now? Ever actually seen Rocky IV? It's been a long-ass time since I've seen it.
For victory!
Okay. Roland. I mean, that hits one of the guys back there, so do it. Fuck that barricade up.
Now it's my turn.
You know what?
It's time.
Okay. Yeah, that will bridge from here to there, and I don't need that, so... Spring trap there.
This is my way of doing things.
Here I come.
Also, now... Give Jens another turn. So we can just put a ladder up to there.
I'll give it my best. If I can just get over there.
There we go.
I shall do what I can.
Unsilence Hasabara.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, I need to see Creed and Balboa too.
I'll take you on! I'll be your shield! I love the battlefield.
I will end this.
Oh. Okay, that's a hell of an oh that's a heck of an AoE. Parody of horror movies, nice.
Where was I? I do not miss.
Summer Camp BioLake. Oh boy. I have to ask, who's playing the Jason XP?
I'm here for you.
Much better.
Phantom of the Opera. That's amazing.
My time has come.
Got you now!
Have you brought cork?
Monte Cristo. Oh goddamn. So it's not just Jason. It's Jason versus Freddy. Fucking amazing.
Take that!
Oh, it keeps going. Oh boy.
Now it's my turn.
Brave doesn't actually hit anyone, unfortunately.
Here goes! Well, congratulations are in order.
Ever of VHS tape. Fucking hell.
Sorry.
Turns out it's Curse, of course.
Die already!
I really feel like I've grown.
Shall we begin?
Played by Fujino Sagami. Fucking amazing.
I'm behind you. Much appreciated.
I'll show you what I can do. Lightning!
Shark showing up in the lake, of course.
Did it.
Kill the shark in Jaws. Damn. Just one giant spoof on Ghostbusters. Nice.
Enough!
Me next.
Bill Murray lines verbatim. Damn.
Lionel has arrived!
Hey, could I tempt you to help us out for a bit, buddy? Oh, damn.
Yes! Yes!
God, I love that voice clip.
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call! For a better world.
Time for some research.
Groundhog. I'm not denying that Groundhog Day is a good or a great movie. I'm not sure I would call it horror exactly. That's more of an existential thing than anything.
My research bears fruit.
Okay, let me put it this way. Groundhog Day is a Yoko Taro type movie.
I can do this. May this be enough. Thank you.
At your command.
Most Etienne's fear being ghosts and cats. Already ghost. Turns out it turns into a Jaguar Warrior. Holy shit. Oh, god damn it, I'm an idiot. Fuck it. Oh, definitely. That's why I call it a Yoko Taro type movie.
You don't stand a chance.
Being a hotel nearby, damn.
I've got a few tricks up my
I
sleeves.
expect a reference to The Shining, yeah.
I stand ready.
Like 30 years? God damn.
Over here.
Okay. He's been infuriated.
I'll show you what I can do.
Or if you hang out here.
I shall do what I can.
Heal Eridor.
Be at ease.
Thank you.
One step closer to our hope.
Wow, they really don't... They don't like Frederica. And I can't reach Frederica from there. So she has to move, unfortunately.
I'll do what I can. I can keep fighting.
Time to take action. Let's do this!
I can do it!
Damn it all.
Wow, okay. Rude.
On it!
I will end this. Flames, heed my call!
Where was I?
Unfortunately, I don't have the choice of ignoring him and taking out everyone else at this point. The man needs to die.
Progress? Lionel's wager has paid off.
My shield is
God damn.
Here I come! Ready to see a spell?
Let me heal your wounds.
God, nobody actually has damage on them. People are dying too fast. Haste Julio, I guess.
I'll be of whatever service I can. I have failed.
Churches who are genre savvy, nice.
Models were off. I see through you.
Nice.
I can do this! Stay with us! I've done it!
I'll take it from here. Leave it to me.
You're wide open!
There we go. Junk food and lively music, nice. Or they escape from battle. Okay. Protecting the treasure will only attack if disturbed. Okay. Then 75 turns. Okay, you're the target. Okay.
Excellent.
Understood. As you wish.
The hero is immortal and as a result gets killed every night. Amazing. Okay. I've got several more spots to fill, so...
For the honor of House Wolfort. And now, to arms!
And...
Shall we?
Okay. We got here. Okay, so these guys only have fire. So it is safe to let Zana make it rain. Up that for the Vanguard Scarf. Okay. Meanwhile, the yeah, go ahead. The events in fucking Lost Word, where I'm playing, is yet another fanfic that the Goddess of Hell wrote up in her free time. Like, for being the Goddess of Hell, she has a lot of free time.
Looks like I'm up. Hit! I'm only getting started.
For victory!
He's actively running away. D. We structured... Oh, nice!
This is it! My lance strikes true. I shirk from no danger.
Dragon Maid? Ah.
Come on, then.
All or nothing. Well, that worked. I'm old, not a pushover.
Dragon Maids are really interesting in Yu-Gi-Oh! I've never been able to just put in the time to learn how they work, though.
For the honor of House Wolfort. Death from above. Ha-ha! To lead, I must grow.
Huh. I need to get back to playing that, honestly.
Count on me.
I've honestly, like, missed out on entire seasons at this point.
I can use this for good. Yeah! I hope you'll
Good grief. I may honestly have to turn the difficulty down just to grind.
I'll make you proud, grandfather.
Like, I feel like I'm kind of behind the level curve.
I'll take you on.
Well, if you tell that looks like a club, nice.
Out of my way. Look at me learning.
Camera angles, please. I wonder something. I'm going to attempt a thing for science.
Now then, to work.
That one, I mean, that's fair.
Come on! To further the arcane arts.
Okay, that does absolutely work.
My turn now.
I'm here for you.
Much appreciated.
Our hope still burns. Silence. The heavens bless me.
Lionel has arrived.
Okay. Sure.
Lionel
Try
has
him.
many tricks.
It didn't work.
Yes. Yes.
Power wasn't enough.
That stinks. It's nothing personal. I'm only getting started.
This is it! Away with you!
Feisty, aren't we?
They both have full HP, so...
Defeat is not an option. Thought you had me, huh?
Father, I'll show you what I can do.
You're weak to ice. Okay.
Don't be afraid. It worked! I'll make you proud, Grandfather.
Come at me!
Okay. Erdor, I need you to sprint.
To victory!
Where was I? A cold wind blows. Most interesting. To further the arcane arts.
I'll do what I can. Yes, very good.
Lionel has arrived.
I know. 22 is better than 0. Try it.
Courage is not Lionel's forte.
Damn it.
Yes. Ha ha ha! Yes.
Maybe next time.
Oh, that stinks. There.
It ends here.
Now it's my turn. What are you and your cups about?
Thank you. I'm a fool. What would Father do?
Ouch! I must be strong. I'm here for you.
Much obliged.
Time for some sorcery.
Wow. Oh wait, no. Okay. For a second I was like, he couldn't hit or get to the one space I wanted him to get to. But he could. I was just an idiot.
So, it falls to me.
Come at me! You're in the way!
You cannot impede progress. Lionel's coin purse grows heavier!
Looks like I'm up. I saw through that plain as ah!
I'm a fool. Impressed? Ha-ha! I'm a fool.
This ain't good.
This should do it. I'm old, not a pushover.
The situation is grim. I'll make this quick. Ha-ha!
I can do this. I'll do what I can. I'll show you what I can do.
$46. I see breath is 8. Range here.
Don't be afraid. It worked.
Are we not finished?
I'll take you on! Come on!
Starting to run low on turns, and I do not like that.
Looks like I'm up. Time to end this. I'm only getting started.
You cannot impede progress! Yeah!
Too slow. That hit the mark. For my kith and kin. I won't lose! My lance strikes true! Did you see that?
Now we make our riches!
Allow me! I shirk from no danger!
Well, that went better than I had anticipated. Okay. Jump up. She doesn't really need that. Increases your critical hit rate against enemies with 50% or less HP remaining. Yes, please. Up. It's okay. Damage up. Yes, please. Magic up. Evasion up, please. Okay. One of each of those. Alright. Hopefully, that has me prepared enough for what's coming up. If not, I can always grind off stream or something.
Lord Serenoa, look at this book.
What is it?
Did you find it?
No.
Here comes a new challenger!
Go! Lewis, how goes? We are currently about to lead the people out of Egypt and blow the shit out of a goddess statue of salt, no less, at the same time. Using a magical
method in practice.
Magical
Does
nuke.
this detail how it is made.
Hope you had a good stream though, my dude.
Seems that way. It's littered with arcane terms I can scarcely comprehend. But if I'm grasping this correctly, the main component of Elfric is human remains.
Okay, so, the magical nuke is people. That's upsetting.
It says here, having harvested the corpses of Roselle who perished at the source.
I mean, Soylent Green is Bomberman. Yes. Yes.
Harvesting corpses? For what foul purpose?
We did not intend for Elfric to be weaponized. Our original goal was to harness its immense magical capabilities to power the automaton.
Let me guess. The automaton is the Pope, right?
Automaton? What manner of contraption is that?
I do not know, but I doubt it is anything kind or good.
I mean, yeah. Of course it's the Pope. Well, okay. So, the world here is kind of run by 7 popes, and I'm technically one of them? Technically? But yeah. Shit's about to hit the fan, I have a feeling. Also, Lomari Fairchild, thank you so much for the follow. I did see that.
I thought the Ministry of Medicine was supposed to, you know, figure out how to save lives, not how to profit off death.
Also, yeah, the head pope of medicine is making the magical nukes made out of dead people. So, you know.
We've glimpsed the rot at Hyzan's core.
Minister Serenoa, what are you doing here?
And now it's Resident Evil. Yeah, kinda. And to think, this is all over salt. Oh! Recommended level 28. I see. Well, we're just going to rip the time-space continuum asunder and have a little bit of a sit-down with our fire mage wife. I see dead people.
Do you have a moment, Gila?
Oh, Frederica. Is something the matter?
Well, I invited Serenoa to have dinner with me tonight.
That's wonderful. Are you cooking for him?
This really isn't the time or place, but I don't care.
I am. I've been practicing with the book you gave me. I was hoping to finally show him what I've learned.
Enjoy the lurkin'.
Then allow me to help. What are you making?
A warm soup full of meatballs. A hearty, meaty, savory stew to tickle the tongue and sate the stomach. Or so the book describes it.
Phrasing?
That sounds like quite a mouthful, in more ways than one.
Phrasing?
The author is rather verbose, yes. Anyhow, I also want to make an appetizer. Might you be able to lend a hand?
Cooking is hardly my specialty, but say no more. I'd love to.
Also, Twitch, I see you dropping frames. Stop that. Stop it. Twitch, what the fuck? Also, it's probably more my end. Thankfully, this game doesn't really require too much in the way of, 60 frames per second stuff, but...
Oh dear.
Oh boy!
This is disappointing, to say the least.
And we're almost out of time. Serenoa will be back any minute now.
Excuse me, Lady Frederica.
Jesus, we are up to 1,000 dropped frames. Oh boy.
Lord Serenoa has just sent word that he has been held up at a meeting. He says there is a chance he may not even return tonight.
I see. Thank you for letting me know.
It sounds like your dinner may get postponed.
A blessing in disguise. It gives us time to cook this again and do it right this time.
I have no idea. I wish I knew. My internet is so weird at times.
Lord Serenoa may not even return tonight.
But there is a chance he might. And I refuse to disappoint him. Would you help me, Gila?
Of course, Frederica. I shall do my very best to see this through with you.
Wait, did we... I think we might have stabilized. Holy shit.
I cannot thank you enough.
We stopped dropping frames.
The vegetables
Hallelujah.
are done, though they are a far cry from perfect.
The meatballs are ready too. Now all we have to do is stew them.
Frederica, I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
It appears we've run out of time.
I was on my way here when something urgent came to my attention. I apologize for returning so late. I know we were supposed to have dinner tonight.
I am just happy you're here. Besides, I am the one who should apologize. I wanted to cook you a meal, but failed terribly on my first attempt, so it isn't yet ready.
And I spoke too soon. We are dropping frames again. If it doesn't stabilize, you know what? I'm just going to refresh the stream. 1 second. Give me about a minute or two and I should be back.